love bugs is rising back at you again. I hope it's doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the love and support y'all are constantly giving me. It's truly appreciating to be able to know that we can all relate one way or another, knowing it's going to get so much better than this. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know that I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are informative, give you good vibes or inspiration that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times at the moment and needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the channel I'm using is called I don't even know how to pronounce them. It's just induction of evolution. I think that's what it is in English. And the video that I'm using in the background is called Binaural Waves in Tibetan Bowls, Delta Waves for a Deep Sleep. And I will post their link in the description box below. And the title of the video is called Heyokas, Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, weeping you may endure in the night, but know your joy is going to come in the morning. I don't know. I think I was watching like a Trailblazer video because it's like like I said, I have a whole lot of content that I write. I'll go ahead and show y'all my book. I go ahead and write a lot of different things down, and if I just say it, ask universe, hey, which one you want me to shine light on, and I'll just go down, close my eyes and go down, and whatever one I have major chills on, I just go ahead and work with it. So I decided to go ahead and do that one. It was just like I was going through a lot of different things at the time, and just like y'all, I it'll be something I may be going through and something will really stick out to me. And I love watching Trailblazers, and I forgot the other one. There'll be some that Joyce Myers does a lot of. And I'm not a religious person, but there, certain things do stick out to me that, pertains to the religion or whatever. And I love the video content that they have on Trailblazers. And there's another one, I forgot what the name of their videos are called, but I watch theirs too. And just going through a lot of different changes in your life. There'll be times that, like, just like today, after I took my break, I said, well, let me go ahead and let my food digest or whatever, walk around, and I was listening to a lot of different music, and a lot of them that reminds me of me and my dad. And I was getting a douse of nostalgia, and I was listening to the song by Lauren Daigle, and I love her, and it was like a song called Rescue, and I don't know why that song was like stuck in my head earlier, and I just kept singing the hook to it. And then I'll start listening to it again, and there's a lot of times, since my spiritual awakening, if there's a song that comes up in my head, and it always used to either give me some kind of emotional vibe at times. I always like, ooh, why does this song give me emotions? And those type of emotions, there'll be certain songs that'll stick out to me, and I'll just burst out into tears. Or it's just the voices that they have is just like, when you can listen to it, I don't know if you ever listen to a song and it just gets you really emotional. And it was just like, today I got really emotional. It wasn't for depression or sadness, just being able to show gratitude, just knowing that times has really been hard for me, just like anybody else. You're going through a lot of different things you're trying to allow yourself to heal from. And, I had to allow myself to really, give myself that pep talk. Like, even though you may not understand a lot of the things that you have gone through and you have endured a lot of pain through your life of, finding out your identity, finding out who your family is, and, grieving of the loss of a parent, and already lost another parent as well, a few years back. But that took an emotional toll on me, and I won't lie. But it was just being able to know, even though I never got a chance to meet my biological family. um I couldn't say I'm at least grateful, for everything that I've gone through. And I had, there was times I would be really hard on myself, because I gained a lot of weight from, after I allowed myself to separate from my addictions and stuff like that. There's times I went back to cigarettes, I won't lie. I've had my time recently, and I really got down on myself, and it was just like, universe is saying, even though these are not healthy habits, you have to understand, do not be hard on yourself, because you really endured a lot, and you're just trying your best to get through these trying times. And it's anybody, even though that even though when somebody passes, they're never out of your life. It's just a transformation that is taking place, that they're needed somewhere else. And it can be hard, for all of anybody who's going through a transition of grief and stuff like that. And it's just a blessing. Even with my dad, there's so many different things that I can listen to and watch, that I can allow myself to be able to connect with. And especially, it's just a blessing that I can be able to telepathically, what they call it, metaphysically, and all that, being able to communicate with him like that, with a lot of my other friends and family that, are in my life. And it gets to that point where even when I hear his voice, at times I get really emotional, and I'm just like, oh, daddy, and he's like, it's okay, I'm not, I'm always here with you, or whatever. And it's just like being able to do that today, when you have gone through so many days of being sad, of being depressed. It can really, you know, jack up your mental health, and you can be able to be down in the dumps a lot of times. And, it could be one thing, and then it's just like, if that, and, if it's that emotion or that vibe is so heavy, it will like open a floodgate of a lot of other things you can be very depressed on. And it's just today, even though I'm not exactly where I want to be at, I'm allowing myself to enjoy that emotion of looking how much I'm trying to improve in my life, allowing myself to enjoy the process, even though it may be times that I'm upset, I might be depressed, I might be sad, I might be mad or whatever, but allowing myself to understand that you're enduring a lot, but you're allowing yourself to face it. No longer allowing yourself to avoid or distract, or allowing yourself to turn a blind eye to it. You're allowing yourself to become present in that emotion, and being able to say, what, that really hurt me, or that pain, it feels hard at times. Because I mean, there's sometimes I can cry so hard that my chest will start hurting, or I'll start hyperventilating, or my eyes will swell shut. But then it was just like today, it was so many emotions is coming up, with gratitude, to saying thank you, because I know I wasn't enduring these things alone. I know I wasn't, I know I had my loved ones, as well as my guides, and everybody else that was enduring that with me, and being able to tell me, you're not alone. It's okay to cry, it's okay to be sad at times, but you're allowing yourself to go through that emotion, because it's like, you're purging a lot, so it can bring up a lot of emotions that are taking place, that you're trying to get yourself to be at peace with. And that's okay. Not everybody, not, it's okay to be not okay all the time. And being able to do that, I was just telling thank you. Being able to speak to my grandparents, even though I never met them, and it was just like, like we've never been apart. Or my dad, the same way. My adopted mom, she's there, even though I can't, my mom, my biological mom, it was just too painful for her. So she has a psychic block against me. And I don't take that, I don't take that to heart, because I don't know what kind of pain she endured. But it was just, for the fact is that, I know what I endured, and I know how hard that was for me. So I can't even imagine. I don't even want to imagine what the pain she went through when it had to do with my dad, and having to give me up for adoption. Because I don't I'm not angry with her about that, because she was only 16. She had to do what she had to do to want to have a better life for me. But being able to acknowledge all those different times that you have wept, all those different times that you have not wanted to be here anymore. You just didn't have that drive to be able to move forward in something positive because you were too busy, indulging in that sadness at that time. And it's like when you're allowing yourself to be attentive for that, being able to say, okay, I was that way. I don't know if I might be that way, tomorrow or later on down the line, but I can be present for right now. I can't worry about the days ahead because it's not here yet, but I can allow myself to be present right now and say that I'm crying tears of joy. And it feels good to do that, just like I did that. What was it, day before yesterday? Yeah, I did that with y'all. And I'm just like, ugh, I hate I hate getting emotional. But it's a blessing to be able to know your tragedies can be a blessing to you. It can be somebody else's blessing because we all struggle through something. We're all trying to get through something. We're all trying to make peace with something. We're all trying to let go of something. We're all trying to forgive something, and that's good. That is really good. It breaks my heart a lot of times. Well, it breaks my heart all the time when I know there's somebody I can connect with that is really trying to get peace at different things that's going on there with their life. They're really trying to shake. And a lot of times we can get mad at ourselves, like, why am I allowing this to just really piss me off right now? Why am I allowing myself to keep going back to that situation? Because we're not realizing when we go back to certain situations that were really painful to us, it's like bringing up that whole emotion all over again. But you have to understand too, you have to keep believing no matter what you're going through, that there's going to be a joy in the morning. It may be raining all this week for you, but don't mean that, by the weekend, you're not seeing the sunshine. And we have to be able to believe that no matter what we're going through. And at times, yes, I can admit it is really hard, especially when you're dealing with all the things you're dealing with. There's a lot of times we wish we can shake off the things what we're dealing with, or we can just sit up here and wish that we weren't going through those things. But then I have to tell myself, if you're in a room full of 20 daggone people and we all throw our stuff on the table, are you going to pick up what you're dealing with, or are you going to pick up somebody else? And you got to be like, at least I know what I'm going through. I may not be able to get through it today, right now, but I know at least what I'm dealing with. You pick up somebody else's stuff and all hell may break loose, and that's what they want you to be able to understand. There's a purpose behind everything you have gone through. Yes, it may hurt for you to go through the things you have gone through, but that's the purpose we are here for. There's so many people that are running around broken, damaged goods, feel like they're tainted, they're jaded, and they want to unleash that on all these other people. We see what goes on in the world. There's prejudice, racistness, people using their badges as being justified on taking people's lives on, because their lives felt threatened. There's times that, yes, I know your lives might be threatened, but it's just you're doing it just to, be able to say that and just being able to, walk around, you are able to go home to your family. You're able to wake up in the morning. These people, took their lives. They can't do that, so there's a lot of different things that's going on in the world where people are unleashing that on people. But when you can have that choice to say, you know what, I've been through these things. I know what it felt like. I hated what I went through. I can admit my faults. I can admit the pain I may have unleashed on other people and forgive the things that was unleashed on me, and being able to know I can move forward in love. I can move forward in change. I can move forward in a positive choice, being able to heal from the things that broke me, because these are the things that had to go about in our lives. This is what really had to take place in our lives, because when you can do that 360 a couple of other times, in your life, and being able to say, yeah, these things has went on with me, but I had a choice. I may not have a choice about what happened, but I have a choice about how I choose to go about it. And that's where your joy comes from. It may be hard to be able to get there, but when you're allowing yourself to say, you know what, life has to be better than this. I look at a lot of things that has taken place in my life that has really broke my heart. And it is just like the recent one, when it came to my friend on what has taken place with him, not to keep bringing that up, but he's a reason for me to keep going, because a lot of times, especially when I have friends that have been in the military, have been exposed to those wars and stuff like that, I'm very heavy on that. Even though I never, joined the military, I grew up in an adopted family that was with the military. I had family members that were in the military. I had family members that were fighting those wars and stuff like that. And knowing they came up, just amped up saying, I'm fighting for my country. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then when they come back, they don't come back the same. they come back on feeding different things, fighting different wars within their head on the things that they were exposed to. I used to go on some of those websites and see the things that they had to do, and stuff like that. And I mean, I couldn't unsee that. And I just can't even imagine. I know how it affected me just by seeing the things that they had to do on things that they didn't want to do, but they had to do because that's what they signed up for. I know how I had nightmares from that for days. And just to have to be that person that had to do that, my friend really made me want to go hard for that. That's why I said ever since that, I wanted to be able to send awareness out for suicide. I wanted to be able to uh, have awareness out for depression, anything about mental health, if anything about, narcissism that you had to grow through, or grow through and go through, or being exposed to, or you're disconnecting from that. I always wanted to do that since then. I said, because it was like I held a lot of guilt from when his life passed, and I know he's doing so much better on the other side. I know he's at peace, and I know with all those different things that took place, it really took a lot out of me. And for that to happen, it had to be able to, because there's times I hear him and I'm telling him thank you, you know, being able to look back on the times where we laughed, we acted silly, even though he used to have the little corny jokes and I had one back, and it was like, that's how, you have to be able to reach out to people that are joking, because a lot of times that's covering up for the pain that they may be enduring at that time, or something that may be going on in their head they can't shut off. A lot of time people like snap out of it, get over it. You can't get over stuff like that. And I wanted to be able to make sure that if at least if I couldn't be able to help him, I can be able to do that with somebody else, even though he's like, stop saying you didn't help me, because you did. And that was a very big blessing to me that I will always appreciate for him. And when you're allowing yourself to move forward with that, and there's a lot of times that you may be going through things that's really hard for you to shake off. But when you can pull yourself out of that sadness, pull yourself out of that darkness, that makes you so much stronger. It may not be just for that, for that period for you to just shut it off, but just being able to say, what, let me allow myself to step out of this, because it's not doing me any kind of good by me keep on dwelling on things that I cannot control, or what has taken place. I can't undo that, but you can allow yourself to enjoy life. If you're still here, there's so many people out here that's dying of cancer, dying of AIDS, dying of some, diseases they haven't even gave names for. But when you can wake up in the morning and try to at least say 5 things, or at least 3 things that you can say I'm positive, I have gratitude for. And they always say it's good for when you wake up in the morning, at least to have the 3 to 5 things that you can be grateful for in the morning. I still got my health. I still got a roof over my head. I got clothes on my back. I got food to eat. My children are safe. I'm safe. I'm able to move forward, even though I may be stressed out about financial reasons right now. I still may be stressed out about certain situations I'm ready to close, but I'm allowing myself to give it all, by trying to improve my life. And that's what that's what universe is urging you to do, and a lot of times it's hard to do that, because it's like sometimes, us as being in our human form, we focus on what we're lacking. We're focused on what we wish we were having, or what person we wish we were right now, or what big house we have, or what car we have, but not being grateful and just saying, I can work with what I have right now, and to make things better for my life, to be able to improve it the way I want to. It's not about all material things, but being able to be rich in spiritual, in knowledge and wisdom and strength, being rich within that. When you're allowing yourself to do that, universe works with you. And a lot of times times get hard because we're working against what they're trying to change for us. But that's when you're allowing yourself to see, when you can, you may be enduring something at that time, but then if you allow yourself to say, what is this situation trying to teach me? If I can get out of this negative sense, I may be able to look at, okay, I might be having a real stressful job right now, and everything's coming at me one after another after another. Maybe the universe is trying to tell you, if you can give up this job right now, move forward. We got something so much better for you down the road. Or you may be going through a real hectic relationship. Okay, universe is allowing me to instill this for me to be able to let this go. Because okay, if this is like, interfering with my happiness, my well-being, my peace of mind, having to think about things after I leave the house or when I'm not around or when this is happening, and me trying to control the outcome of a relationship, it may be telling you that time, hey, step out of this relationship. Step out of this relationship. Allow yourself to accept what is taking place. Allow yourself to acknowledge what we're trying to teach you out of this relationship. And then when you can be able to heal, we got something so much better for you that is like whatever you're looking for, that person is looking for too. Because whatever you're searching for is already searching for you anyway. But you have to be able to align yourself with that. You have to be able to manifest that and being able to do the things that they're wanting you to do, for you to change, for you to separate, for you to sacrifice, and all these things. And I'm acknowledging myself right now for that. But I appreciate that time, I got by myself right now, because I'm good. I'd rather be in my bed by myself than be in the bed with somebody that I don't know what kind of place I got in their life. And you got to do all that. You got, when you're trying to control outcomes, and you got to figure out all that, that's basically something you don't need to be in, trying to allow yourself to keep on dealing with. But I can appreciate that, because it's like right now with me, it's always quiet before the storm. Good, you may be enduring the rain, but sunshine and rainbows is, it can be right around the corner. Whatever you're dealing with is right around the corner. You have to be able to allow yourself to do that. So allow yourself to know, even though you may be going through hard times now, it's not going to always be this way. And I got to tell myself that a lot of times, if I have a stressed out day, I'm going to have to come back and watch this video. So, when you're going through things, allow yourself to go through them. It is preparing you for something so much better. So allow yourself to do that. But this is going to be my last video of the night, y'all. I'm going to try to go ahead and do my stuff tomorrow. Do it again, back tomorrow again. But I would love to give a post notification. Shout out to Jennifer Dawson, as well as Claire Francis. Let me see. Melanie Barron, Keith U, 84, and Michelle J, and Little Miss Empath. Much love to you as well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. If you're please drop me a line. I would love a chance to get to know you. Drop a line. I would love to get to know a lot more about you. Share, tell somebody about the channel. Give me a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate that. I leave all my contact information at the bottom if you want to get in touch with me. It's all about networking, giving you a deep understanding about your purpose, or, if you have questions that I can answer, I'll try my best to do that, because sometimes y'all have questions, it may be not my time to answer them yet, or it's, you haven't went through that life lesson to be able to get where you need to go yet. So I try my best to go ahead and assist the best way I know how, or I give you the information that you need to be able to help you get towards where you need to be at. So I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Enjoy the rest of it and be safe and responsible at everything you do. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything you're trying to manifest comes so much more than you ever expected, prayed for, or even manifested to receive. And the same when you finally get it as well. Even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know, all those things can really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.